So as you can see in our title, in our topic, we say that this webinar this afternoon is really a sharing of our experiences in the classroom or in the laboratory doing grade 7 science. So again, you are all joining the UP NISMED webinars on K-12 science. Today's webinar is already our third in the series, and we're looking forward to two more next month, one in October and another one in November. Actually, today's webinar, as you might already know, is quite unique because unlike the last two webinars where we had specialists from NISMED as our resource persons, in today's webinar, kayo ang bibida, no? While of course later on, Cyril will give you a preview of the third quarter topic, energy in motion. We will really dedicate most of the time during this webinar to the sharing of your classroom experiences and, should I say, lab experiences during the past 3 months, doing grade 7 science. Right, so at this point, while we're waiting for more people to join us, I'd like to request that those who are already here to please indicate using the chat window if you have brought some photos or documents or presentations or even pictures of your lab setups or your students' works that you would like to share later to the group. So we can give you the floor in due time, no? So pakisulat lang po dyan sa ating chat window your name or the name of your school and just a bit of information whether you are going to share photos or activity sheets, no? Para makita po natin. Right, so let's look at our agenda this afternoon. Right, so after this preliminary welcome and testing of our connections and audio as well as the self-introductions, we will proceed to the sharing of our first quarter and second quarter experiences, starting off with the highlights. No, kasi mas maganda talaga na yung positive muna yung uunahin natin, no? It will set the tone of our sharing this afternoon, and then we move on to the challenges as well. And probably from the sharing, we will be able to identify some trends or some common experiences, common difficulties, and common successes. And we will also show you some bit of sharing that's already taking place in the Kasama Teachers discussion page devoted to the K-12 science webinars. So, titignan din po natin yun. And then, after this major portion of our webinar today, we will be showing you a quick preview, a sneak preview of the third quarter material. So, focusing on energy in motion. And we will have Cyril to do that for us. It is not going to be a full presentation on the third quarter topic. Rather, it is a sneak peek at what you can expect. Will be presented in more detail in next month's webinar. And then we will be asking you to complete the feedback form for this webinar. And we will share with you some updates and announcements from NISMED and from Kasama Teachers before we finally wrap up. So we hope to finish by 5:15 or 5:30 at the latest, depending on the amount of sharing that's going to take place. Alright, so I'm not seeing any one who's typing in the chat pad. If they're sharing any picture or documents such as activity sheets on during the sharing. So, siguro magkukwentuhan talaga tayo mamaya sa chat, no? Okay, so meanwhile, to set the tone for the sharing, let me shift to our poll questions at this point. Please bear with me. Lilipat lang po ako ng screen. Okay, so I'm showing shortly the poll questions. Alright, so you should be seeing very soon on your screens. Oops, sorry. The 3 polls. Okay, so I'd like everyone to please type in your answers to these 3 polls. One is asking, the first one at the top is asking whether you are at a particular module with your students now. So we're really covering only modules for the second quarter, because I hope lahat kayo ay tapos na, no, ng quarter 1 modules. And then let's take a quick look at whether you have microscopes in your school, because some of the activities in these quarter modules would require that you have microscopes in school. So we have at least an idea of whether you were able to complete the different activities requiring microscopes or have skipped them completely. Alright, so we're seeing, so dalawa pa lang, no, sumasagot dito. I don't teach grade 7 science. I think these are people from where? From NISMED or from the TEI, no? And less than 10. One has answered less than 10 microscopes at the school. And okay, so yung pong sumagot ng particular number of microscopes in their school, may we have on the chat, can you please write on the chat the name of your school, followed by the number, the actual number of microscopes, followed by the average class size in your grade 7 classes. So we will see what is the ratio, no, of microscopes to students in your class. Okay, so Edward, Edward is typing in now. Oh, meron pang isa more than 20 ang kanilang microscopes. Wow. Great. So, ulitin ko lang po, no? Those of you who have answered less than 10 or more than 20, could you please type in the chat window the name of your school, followed by the actual number of microscopes, if you have that number, and followed by the estimated or the average class size in your grade 7 classes. Okay, so we're getting from Edward 5 microscopes, and there are 35 grade 7 students in the school. Okay, so hindi siya ganun kahirap, no? Meaning, there are 7 students sharing one microscope. And that's a good size for a group, I think. Oh, there's more. 10 to 20. So again, ano yung pangalan po ng school nila? The number of microscopes followed by the average class size in grade 7. Si Sir Edward, sabi niya, there are 35 grade 7 students in our school. Ibig po ba sabihin nito, isang section lang po ba ang grade 7, Sir Edward? Mukhang maganda yung profile natin ng mga modules din, ano? Tapos na kayo lahat sa module 1. Ay, salamat naman. So, nandun kayo sa module 2, merong isa nasa module 2, merong isa nasa module 3. Wow, meron na isa na nasa interactions na, no, sa module 5. Wow, so iba-iba talaga, no, ang ating mga pace sa pagtuturo ng grade 7 science. Okay, so that's a good profile. And 50-50 tayo sa attendance in the webinar, no? Half of you have attended last month's webinar on quarter 2 science. At yung kalahati ay ngayon pa lang. No, and oh yeah, we welcome. Meron po tayong first timer, no? Si Ma'am Jennifer. I'm not sure if our friends from La Union are also first time attendees of the webinar. Si Ma'am Jen kanina, no, from Lucena City, sabi niya first time niya sa webinar. So, siguro isa siya dun sa tatlong nag-tick ng no, no? Oh, okay. So, si Sir Edward, sabi niya, ngayon lang nagkaroon ng grade 7 sa school nila. So, must be a new ano ba siya? Yung dati hanggang grade 6 lang, tapos may grade 7 na, o bagong bukas na eskwelahan na nagsa-start ng grade 7 ngayon. Okay, so Sir Edward po, meron na tayong data. Yan, si Ma'am Jen, si Ma'am Jennifer. College din kasi tinuturuan ni Ma'am Jen, no? Si Ma'am Jennifer. What about NVG CHS? Do we have data from NVG? They've just finished module 2. So, paumpisa na sila ng module 3. And are we getting any number of microscopes from NVG?
Miss Celia?
12 functional Yeah, 12 microscopes. And what's the average class size for grade 7 in NVG CHS? I'm getting a message from our member in Kasama Teachers. She's really having difficulty making the connection, so I am going to encourage her to share in Kasama Teachers, and I will put her sharing in the webinar chat window. So, okay. Si Ma'am Jean, 32 sections ng grade 7. Wow! Ang dami, no? And NVG has 40 students. Average class size for grade 7. Ganon din sa Cagayan National High School. 10 microscopes. Ma'am Jean, what's the average class size of your grade 7 classes? Naku, may mga pumapasok sa kasama teachers, no? I hope they can log into the webinar room soon. Dito sila pumapasok sa kasama teachers. So, just a little while. Lalagay ko lang ulit sa kanila sa main chat window yung ating URL para makapasok sila. Okay. Sandali lang po. Ayan, mayroon pong humihingi ng link. Sasagutin ko lang po ito saglit sa kasama teachers po. Alright, so meron pa pong isa pumapasok trying to get through our webinar room from kasama teachers. So, ayan. No, unti-unti na po tayong dumadami. Oh, si Ma'am Jean, 36 pa ang sections nila. Mas marami pa pala, no? So, the class size is about is between 40 and the max of 49. So that's good enough, no? So merong 10 for student sharing, or maybe if you subtract 1 for the teacher use, you have 9 microscopes shared by about 45. So that's about 5 student sharing, 1 microscope. Medyo maganda po ba yun? Magandang ano yun, ano? Magandang ratio yun. Okay. So, sana makapasok yung humihingi ng link sa akin kanina sa kasama teachers. Okay, so, I hope pasok na si sir, no? Alright, so we'll just wait a little bit for that one more kasama teacher to join us. So naglo-load na po yung kanyang page daw. Hintayin na lang natin saglit before we proceed to the actual sharing of experiences. Right now, I'm answering another member from Kasama Teachers who's contributing her experiences using the chat pod in Kasama Teachers. So if you are online in Kasama Teachers, if you have signed in to Kasama Teachers, you should be able to see or read Faith Laureo's sharing in the main chat room, no? So, pwede po nating tignan mamaya yan. But I will also try to put that into the chat window later on during the actual sharing of experiences. Okay? So, ayan na. May mga pumasok na bago ba? O hindi pa rin nakapasok? O si Rolly, dalawa na. Oh, si Ma'am Jean, sabay-sabay silang gumagamit ng microscopes na yon, no? So, that would be very challenging in terms of scheduling, no? Kung saang klase, sinong klase ang gagamit ng mga microscopes at any given day during the school year, no? So, kailangan talagang strategize. Alright, so, now we're seeing a distribution halos, no? Sa module naman. Merong isa tayo na nasa module 2, another one also doing module 3, module 4, and module 5, one each. So, itong apat na ito magandang pakinggan yung sharing nila mamaya, no? And then we also have sa mga nandito sa atin, walang lahat merong microscope sa kanilang eskwelahan. Wow, that's really good news, no? Wala yung nagsabing wala kaming microscope. Hallelujah. Ang ganda naman yan. Si Rolly, dalawa ba yung Rolling nandito? Tama, si Sir Rolly Dominguez. Yes, so finally, ito pong isang Rolly, yan, yung Rolly lang, ano yan, that's Rolly, Sir Rolly Dominguez. Siya po yung kapapasok lang from Kasama Teachers. Welcome po, Sir Rolly Dominguez. Alright, sir, sagutin nyo rin po yung polls po natin. Ito pong tatlong nasa screen nyo. What module are you teaching right now? How many microscopes are there in your school? And have you attended last month's webinar? Ayan. Meron pang pumapasok ulit sa Kasama Teachers, no? Ayan, very soon. So, we will start the sharing shortly. Yan. So, mukhang exciting na ito, no? Dumadami na yung ating mga pumapasok na mga participants. Alright. So, I hope that Sir Rolly, there's only one microscope in our school. Extension school sila, no? Okay. So, gaano po, Sir Rolly? Ilan po yung number of average number of students in a grade 7 class? Ilan po sila? And could you please also type, Sir Rolly, the name of your school? At saka saan po siya? Okay, so, ayan. Pumapasok na yung ating mga members. I was telling you earlier about one Kasama Teacher member who is typing out her sharing using the Kasama Teacher's chat window, no? Main chat window. So, maya-maya po ng konti, ikakapit, ipipaste ko po dito sa ating webinar room ang kanyang sharing. Alright, so, again, just to summarize this part, we have one saying na nasa module 2 siya. Also in module 3, 4, and 5. No? So, tigi-tigi sa except for module 1. So, lahat tapos na. I think that's good news, no? Bio team, Dulce and Mike, I think that's good news na nandun na sila sa module 2 for the second quarter. Okay, so tuloy na tayo. Sorry. Okay, so let's remember the figures here in our poll. I will now move you next to our sharing window. So, pakihintay lang po sandali. I will be switching to that. Okay. All right, so okay, so you're seeing now the same chat window up there at the center. So we will be using this chat window sorry, from now to share about our experiences in teaching grade 7 science for the first 2 quarters. Ang gagawin po natin, idudugtong lang po natin sa ibaba, no? Yun pong ating mga sharing. Alright, so for this portion of our webinar, I would like to turn you over to Mike and then later Dulce. So may I remind those who have pictures and documents ready for sharing to open them now and minimize them so that they're available from your status bars. Okay, so dyan po sa ilalim ng inyong screen, you're seeing now for very small, like thumb mark size pictures. The one on top left is Mike Mantala. Mike is from our biology education group. Beside her is Dulce Sebastian, also from our biology education group. We have requested them to join us because they're the ones who wrote the quarter 2 modules. And John is co-hosting this with me. He is our technical expert. Siya po yung nagpapatakbo ng aming webinar dito sa NISMED. And that's me. Here, no? So if you can, at least you can imagine you are sharing with real people. And of course, we have a list of our attendees. We have co-hosting with me, Mike, Dulce, John, and our presenters. We have Cyril, who will provide us an overview later on of the 3rd quarter modules. And we have right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the friends from La Union and Bayombong, no, joining us in this sharing. Alright, so let me turn you over to Mike now, who will facilitate and moderate the sharing of the highlights of our grade 7 science for the past 2 quarters. Alright, so si Mike ba? May mic na? Wala pa rin? Wala pa ring mic si Mike, no? Okay, so maybe what I can do is, since Mike does not have a microphone right now, I will invite you all to type in the chat window what you think are the successes that you have experienced. No, ano yung maganda dito sa ginawa ninyong pagtuturo ng grade 7 science using the modules that were provided to you as part of the K-12 curriculum. No, you can start typing now what you think were the best things that happened when you taught grade 7 science. So feel free, no? So pag muni-munihan po natin, let's recall what happened in our classrooms. What are the good things that you see? Both on the part of your students and on your part as the teacher, the science teacher. Can you share some highlights of your implementation of your grade 7 science using this new curriculum? Okay, so sabi ni Ma'am Jean, easy to teach the lesson because of the modules. Okay, so let me check out Faith's sharing earlier. She posted in the Kasama Teachers site. Let me capture that. Just share here. Okay, so Faith is, I think, our only participant from the Visayas. So this is what she has typed on the chat pod in Kasama Teachers. Okay, so sabi niya, tamang-tama lang daw, no? Simple, at saka tama lang sa level ng mga estudyante yung laman ng mga modules. Okay, so Ma'am Jean is saying that the activities are guided and direct. Ano kaya ibig sabihin ng direct, Ma'am Jean? Direct activities, direct and guided activities for the students. Wow! Sa NVG, cheek cells? Kaninong cheek yun? To differentiate animal cells from plant cells. Oh, Sister Rolly Dominguez also agreed, no? Now becomes easy to teach because of the modules. So the modules providing some kind of detail about what content to teach and how to teach it, no? The focus is on a particular topic. So hindi halo-halo, no? Talagang parang one at a time ba? Simple ba? Wow, galing. Okay din yung sa La Union, ano? The students are able to prepare slides on their own. And at the same time, they were able to see how other organisms look like. Oh. Inner surface of the cheek to get animal cells. Cheek ng tao yan? Rolly? Cheek ng tao?
Yes, Miss Celia.
Ay, ganoon?
Sa inner cheek ng tao.
Yeah. Inner cheek, ibig sabihin sa loob, open ka ng mouth mo tapos doon kukuhain? Ganon? Hindi dito sa labas?
You just scrape slowly the flat side of the toothpick, the old style toothpick. The flat side is being used actually to scrape but very slowly.
Ako kasi wala akong biology eh. Pasensya na po kayo.
Yeah, we'll show you. We'll show you one time.
Wala akong biology. Okay. Amazing sa akin itong ano na to. Input na to. Okay, so let me again copy.
Yes.
Si Faith kasi nag-ano siya, no? Nagsushortcut siya, sinushortcut niya. Kaya parang minsan mahirap nating intindihin, no? Let's see. If, teka lang. Again, kay Faith po itong i-share ko sa inyo ngayon.
Fine, good.
From Faith Laurio. Yan. Yan. Oh, kaya lang sinushortcut niya yung kanyang no? The second grading modules in biology helped a lot. I asked my 2 classes about every module and they can form their own questions similar to the key questions. Oh, ang galing! Diba? So, ibig sabihin, na ano ba? Ang ibig sabihin nito, natuto yung mga batang magtanong. No, marami silang tanong habang ginagawa nila yung mga material, yung mga modules na yon. Okay, so may mga na-prepare din yung mga bata. I think yung mga bio friends natin dito, no, si Mike at saka si Dulce would really better appreciate itong mga sinusulat ng mga teachers natin dito ngayon sa screen.
Yeah, you're right, Miss Alia.
Oh, so parang nakikita ninyo yung mga ginagawa na ng mga bata, no? Okay? So, let's see. I'll just check one more kung meron. Ayan, meron pang isa, oh. Nagdadagdag masipag din itong si, masipag din itong si Faith, no? Kahit dito lang siya nagtatype. So, kay Faith ulit ito. Yan, so meron siyang sasabihin pa. Students' young minds are very much eager to experiment and try new, simple, basic things in their grade level. Okay. So, may problema pa rin sa distribution ng materials, no? Ayan. So, ang ganda, no? Yan. So, ipopost ko rin kay Faith mamaya yung mga sagot ninyo, ha? Kukopyahin ko. Para mailipat natin sa kanya. Yan, at least may conversation na rin kabilaan, the wonders of technology. Okay, so, okay, again, so here's one more again from Faith. Yan. Oh, maganda tong input ni Ma'am Jean, no? Even if you are not a biology major, the modules are easy to understand. I think that's what they wanted to do, no? Really, make the module together with the teaching guides as helpful material for teachers who were really teaching first years science, no, at that time, no. Hindi naman sila mga bio kasi yung mga biology nasa second year high school ngayon, no. So that I think that was really the original design, no, to help teachers who were used to teaching general science or integrated science handle effectively the second quarter content on living things and their environment. Okay. So, alright. So, we will be wrapping up at this point yung pong mga sharing natin sa mga highlights, and we'll ask later on Mike to capture for us the key ideas in this sharing. We will now move on to this time, yun namang mga difficulties, no? So, let's now share the difficulties we encountered in doing grade 7 science. So, this time, sasabihin natin na all this we were able to accomplish or see were really a result of some of the difficult things that we have encountered, no, or that we say it is really true na hindi ganun kadali ang mag-implement ng anything new. So, let's take advantage of this time now to share what you think were the difficulties that you encountered in teaching grade 7 science using the K-12 curriculum materials that were developed. Students doing actual activities in class and you preparing the setups for them, etc. No? So, isulat po natin dito ngayon ang difficulties naman. Okay, so Ma'am Jean, ang difficulty niya assessment, ano? So, dun po tayo mag-focus, Ma'am Jean, kaya sa ano, yung actual na mga lessons. Wag masyado muna sa assessment, no? While it's good that we hear na yung difficulty nandun, dun po sa modules, ano po yung mga specific activities ninyo, like in relation to doing science, or teaching science using practical work or using the inquiry approach. So sa NVG, pag-prepare ng wet mounts, no? Saan nga ba to? I think this is in Module 2, no? Module 2 yung wet mounts. Module 2 yun, ano? Yung wet mounts.
Yes, it's in Module 2. The first time that they encounter that activity. Because they are also going to use it in Module 3.
Ito ba yung ano? Ito ba yung activity 2 na optional?
Yeah, that's activity 2 na optional. No. Preparing wet mounts is in the optional activity, which is, you remember, part B?
Yeah.
Part B right. Of the how to use the microscope. Yes.
Right, So, may tanong dito si Rolly, no? Rolly Tan. Yes. Ito po ba ay logistical? Ano yung specific na difficulty in relation to preparing the wet mounts? Logistical ba to? Technique-wise? We were discussing before some of the things they need that what we considered were error-prone, no? Or needing extra care on the part of the teacher or the students when doing wet mounts. Yan. Sige nga, tingnan nga natin. Anong sagot ng NVG? Like cover slip ba yung problema? So, logistic din yung isang sinabi ni Mike, no? Microscopes having faulty objectives daw.
Who is asking about this one? Miss Celia, who is asking about faulty microscopes?
No, this is not a question. It's Mike. Mike contributing input from NVG. They're saying that there's another difficulty that they're experiencing. That some of their microscopes have faulty objectives.
Okay.
Si Ma'am Jean naman was saying that they also have problems with the techniques, no? So they need to ask the help of their biology teachers. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Especially those who are not bio majors or have not been teaching biology. It's the technique that they should be focusing on. Yes.
So, kailangan aralin talaga, no? Yung mga manipulating, yung ano ba yung sabi na alala ko dati, mayroong 45-degree angle ba yun? Na kailangan anuhin, otherwise magta-trap yung hangin. No, mayroong mga ganun akong natandaan ng mga hangin.
Yes.
Okay. So, hindi naman problema, sabi ni Mike, yung logistics, no? May mga parfocals din, hindi ko na naintindihan yun, ano?
In that
Hindi parfocals daw. Okay, so are there more questions? Are there more sharings coming in? Sisilipin ko din yung kasama teachers. Okay. So, so, at this point, tignan po natin yung mga medyo nahirapan po mga students ko sa pag-prepare ng presentable na slides. Marami pong nabasag ng mga cover slips. Ganun talaga, no?
Okay.
Where
is this? Where is this?
Ganun talaga.
Because actually it is
needs La Union. San Fernando La Union.
Yeah. Which means they should practice more about yung shifting from the low power objective to the high power objective. They need to practice on this. That the teacher or the teacher themselves also would need to practice doing this. If I remember, we were discussing it during the second webinar, that they have to make sure that before they shift or change from the low power objective to the high power objective, they need first to move upward a bit the how do you call this, the body tube, including the how do you call this, the objectives, so that it would not hit the slide before they return to the fine or the high power objective.
One of the things that we wanted also to get your reflections about is this, no? When you're doing the grade 7 science using the student modules and facilitating it through the suggestions written in the teaching guides, have you somehow made some connections about what the whole grade or the whole K to 12 curriculum is about? Meaning, while you were doing this with your students, has doing the activities with your students help you think about what all this means in terms of your understanding of the K to 12 curriculum? Diba may sinasabing philosophy at saka purpose, goal, yung K to 12 curriculum natin. Habang ginagawa nyo ba itong mga modules sa first quarter and second quarter, are these giving you some kind of idea or input or a better appreciation or understanding of what the purpose or the philosophies are in K to 12, specifically in terms of science? So, yun yung mga gusto naming iiwan sa inyo, no? Like, when you're doing a particular activity, you just don't focus there, but think of it as, ito ba yung pinapromise ng K to 12? Does it make sense? That you're also able to make connections between a specific activity that you're doing in your classrooms and how this connects to your understanding or appreciation of the K to 12 science curriculum in general. Okay, so we'll just wait for Edward to finish whatever it is he's typing now, and then we will move on. I will just show you some examples in Kasama Teachers later on. Okay, so hintayin lang po natin yung isusulat ni Edward. Let's see. And I'm going to bring you to the discussion where there's also some sharing from some of our members. And I thought it better that you also see those. Okay. So, at this point, gusto ko pong I am very sorry po, I need to go log off. Okay. Sige, okay lang po. Kasi alas 5 na nga naman. Alright, so I'll just show you an example on our Kasama Teachers online community discussion. I want to share to you my screen right now. Okay, so I hope you're seeing my screen. I want you to look at this interaction between two of our members. One is Sheila Marie. She is a writer. She's from NISMED. She's one of the writers of the first quarter modules. And there's this interaction between the two of them. And also, right, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. I will just, palakihan ko lang po ng konti, no, yung screen ko. So, let me see. Let me just change a bit so you'll be able to see better what I'm showing. Sandali lang, liliitan ko lang po yung ating chat window and increase the size of the share screen. Okay. There it is. Okay. So, you're supposed to see a bigger screen now. Sheila here is one member of Kasama Teacher, and I think it was our second webinar where she shared what her students have been doing, which modules she is already teaching, and the students' reactions as they were doing the work. No, and in fact, she has also shared pictures of her students doing actual activity in class. No? So let me just quickly show po natin ito sa recording because we don't have permission from the parents of the students. Those activity sheets here. And you see more people are sharing their experience. We want more of this to happen here in Kasama Teacher. So please feel free, no, to join this discussion. Later on, papakita din, you can post these pages yourself para makita po ninyo kung paano at saan kayo pwedeng sumali. Okay? So, let me just stop sharing my screen now and bring you back to our let me turn you over to the next part of our program. Yung a preview of and our resource person this afternoon is Cyril Maramag. Cyril is the chair of our physics education group here at NISMED, and she's one of the, I think, three writers of the quarter 3 modules. Okay, so let me see. All right, so let's all welcome Cyril Maramag for a sneak preview of Energy in Motion. Cyril?
Yes, thank you, Miss Celia. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so again, good afternoon, everyone. So, as what Miss Celia said a while ago, I will just give you an overview of what the third quarter modules are all about. Okay, so I know that the modules for third quarter are not yet distributed as of the moment. They are still with the DepEd, Instructional Materials Council Secretariat, or IMCS. And I am not sure when they will be available for distribution, hopefully before the second quarter ends. So quarter 3 deals with the relationship between motion and energy. But take note that the concept of force will not yet be included at this grade level. It will only be introduced in the next grade level. So later I will explain what the title energy in motion actually means. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so at the end of quarter 3, the students should be able to grasp the following ideas. Energy exists in different forms and it can be transferred from one body or place to another. And there are different ways by which these forms of energy are transferred. They should also be able to realize that motion is the concrete manifestation that a body possesses energy. Okay? Energy is also carried either by waves or particles. Like light and sound waves carry the energy of vibrations or vibrating bodies or vibrating particles. Heat transfers because of a temperature difference. And electrical energy is carried by moving electrical charges. Okay, so there are 6 topics included in this quarter, and each topic is equivalent to 1 module. So there will be 6 modules to be covered during the quarter. These topics include the forms of energy that are most common and most familiar among students. Another thing, these all belong to kinetic energy, meaning they are all associated with some kind of motion, like wave motion, motion of electrons, atoms, particles, and objects. So this is how the theme or the title, Energy in Motion, came about. So let me move on to the first module, entitled Describing Motion. So the first module provides an introduction to the study of motion. The main aim of this module is to enable the students to scientifically describe the motion of objects. When I say scientifically describe, hindi lang ibig pong sabihin ay sasabihin lang po nila na mabilis or mabagal. But to describe in terms of position, that's for activity 1. Distance and displacement, that's for activity 2. In terms of speed, that's for activity 3. And in terms of acceleration, that's for activity 4. Motion is considered to be the first topic because it is the most concrete manifestation of the abstract concept of energy. Besides, some of the concepts to be developed in this module will be useful in understanding the succeeding topics, like when students learn about the common characteristics of waves, and when they relate this to the characteristics of sound and light waves. Module 2 deals with the nature and common characteristics of waves. It aims to enable the students to explain how waves carry energy from one place to another, describe waves in terms of amplitude, wavelength, frequency, and wave velocity, and explain how these are related. And with this module, students will be able to distinguish between transverse and longitudinal waves, as well as mechanical and electromagnetic waves. So, as what has been mentioned, there are many ways in which energy can be transferred, and one of them is through waves. So, module 2 provides the link, okay, or provides the introduction, rather, to the next 2 modules, which is about light and sound. Okay, so now let's move on to the third module. Okay, sound and light are 2 forms of energy that travels through waves. So these are covered in the next 2 modules. Okay, so in module 3, Students will be acquainted with sound propagation, characteristics of sound like pitch, loudness, and quality. Also, in this module, students will be doing 3 activities. In the first activity, students will construct a sounding box and use this sounding box to demonstrate how sound is produced. In the next activity, students will describe the characteristics of sound through the concept of wavelength, velocity, and amplitude. Lastly, they will apply what they learned in the previous activities to create musical instruments using indigenous products and use these instruments to compose tunes and present in a gig. Okay, the next module. Okay, the next module, just like in the previous module, in this module, students will be acquainted with light production and propagation and characteristics of light, such as intensity, brightness, and color. So in this module, students will perform activities that would demonstrate how light produced by common sources differ in brightness. That's for activity 1. And how the characteristics of light, such as color and intensity, relate to frequency and wavelength. That's for activities 2 and 3. And also, they will perform an activity that would show that light travels in a straight line. Okay? The next module is about heat. Okay? Heat is another form of energy that travels through moving or vibrating particles or by radiation. There are 5 activities included in this module. In the first activity, students will determine the condition needed for heat to transfer from one place to another and the direction by which it transfers. In the next activity, they will compare the abilities of different materials to conduct heat. So, papunta na po tayo dun sa modes of heat transfer. Then, they will observe another mode of heat transfer, and this time, it's the convection mode of heat transfer. And in the next activity, in activity 4, they will investigate how the color of the surface of the material affects its ability to absorb or emit heat. Lastly, they will apply what they learned in the module to describe how each part of the thermos bottle helps in keeping its content hot or cold for a longer period of time. Okay? And the last module is about electricity. So, in the last module, students will learn about the different types of charges and perform activities that will demonstrate how objects can be charged in different ways. They will also learn the importance of grounding and the use of lightning rods. So at the end of the module, students will do an activity that will introduce them to simple electric circuits. In the last activity, students will be able to explore how energy is transferred, electrical energy is transferred through the circuit. That's all, Miss Elle.
Yun na, no? Yung buong third quarter, ganun ka bilis ang pagka-present, no? Now we have, even in such a short time, nagkakaroon na tayo ng idea what to expect about quarter 3, no? Energy in motion, heat, waves, sound, ano pa, electricity, yan, yung mga ganyang topic na parang madali pero parang mahirap din. Okay, so maraming salamat, Cheryl, for taking the time to share with us. Teaser lang ito, no? Cheryl, tama ba?
Yes,
teaser
yes,
lang
yes.
ito. Because
we're going to have another session on October 26.
For the more detailed presentation. Yeah, so
Yes.
Next month in October, we will have Cheryl along with her other co-authors or co-writers for the quarter 3 student modules and teaching guide. Join us, no? Baka either dito sila sa NISMED pupunta or they will be sharing their presentations from their respective workstations. Yung isa po yata taga PNU, tama ba, Cheryl?
Yes, Miss Elle.
And
ang isang speaker po natin, hopefully, available siya on October 26, si Dr. Catrice. Dr.
Yes.
Leticia Catrice, yes.
Oh, we
From-
will make
from
sure that they
you.
will join us, no, from where they are. Kasi maigsi lang naman yung ating session. Okay. So, babalikan ko lang po quickly yung ating again, pasalamatan po natin si Cheryl. Cheryl, maraming salamat. That's a
thank you,
quick
Marcel.
but yeah, that's a quick but very nice teaser, no, for the third quarter energy in motion topic. Okay, so ipapakita ko lang po, babalikan ko lang quickly before we wrap up and ask you to complete the feedback form. I will just show you a bit of the the result of the sharing na ginawa natin. So, sandali lang po. What I will do is I will share to you, I will share my screen where you will see those that you have typed in as the highlights of your implementation of grade 7 science so far, converted into some kind of figure or a graphic, no? So, if you see the letters that are big, that means that many of you have written those words. So, ganun yung proportion. So, makikita ninyo, I will share it to you now. So, pakihintay lang po, sandali. Okay. I will share to you my screen. And you will see it almost like full screen. Yeah, and so it's feeding, I think, into your own computers now. Hintayin lang po natin saglit. Ayan. Okay, so what you're seeing are actually the words that you've typed to describe the highlights of your grade 7 science teaching, no, for the past few months. And ang pinakamalalaki diyang mga letra ay modules, cells, mounts, minds, o yung cheek, ilang beses kasing napag-usapan yan, ano? These are the words that came out of your sharing. No? So what I'm using here is, as you can see on the left, this is Tagzido. No? It is a software that allows you to put in a chunk of text, and depending on the frequency or a number of times a particular word is shown, proportionate din po yung size na makikita ninyo. And what is nice about Tagzido compared to Wordle, which is another tool, a similar tool, is that you can choose the shape na kung saan, ano yung shape na if you feel nitong mga words na to. So for this time, since we're talking about the highlight, no, ito yung star, o pinili ko yung star, no, yung maganda about grade 7 science. So there are other shapes like heart, and so on. So you can also change actually the shape. Subukan natin kung kakayanin. Bigyan nyo ako ng konting oras. And we'll see if we can use a heart. We can get this to fit in the shape of a heart. Yan, so it's loading now. Yan na siya. The same words in the shape of a heart. Ay, hindi pa lumalabas sa inyo, no? Medyo mabagal yung paglipat dyan sa inyo. But very soon you will see it appearing in the shape of a heart. Yan, medyo mabagal-bagal ng konti. Yan. So, papasok pa lang po, no? Ngayon pa lang pumapasok sa inyo yung aking mouse clicks. So, you'll be able to see very soon. Ayan! Ayan na, no? Yeah, the same words, feeling the shape of a heart. So, marami pong mga ganitong options. You can, in fact, also change the color. Pwede po ninyong palitan yung theme to something more reddish, like that. For example. Yan. So, pinalitan ko po yung kulay. I hope you'll get it soon. There. So, you can change the color as well, no? Okay, so same na. Now, let me just close that and go back to our screen. Okay, so I'm now going to request folks at this point ayan, ginagalaw na ninyo yung yung graphic, ha? Let me just request everyone to please complete the survey. Ito po, can you click on the link to the survey? We really appreciate and value your feedback about today's webinar. So again, I'm inviting everyone to please accomplish the survey form, the feedback form. You will soon see the link on your screens. Also, we're requesting Mike, if you can have the teachers participating in NVGCHS to individually complete also the survey form, so that we'll have more feedback from our participants today. You're also seeing on the chat window the link to the survey. So what you can do is just click on that link to get to the survey form. And then once you've done the feedback form, kindly indicate in the chat window again when you're done with it, so we can proceed to the next portion. I'm flashing on the screen now an advertisement, an announcement of the 2012 UP NISMED seminar workshops. We're doing workshops in October and also in November. The ones in October are during the weekdays. I think that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And the ones in November are Saturdays, 4 Saturdays. The registration fees range from 3,500 for the October trainings, the 3-day training or 3-day seminar workshops, and 4,500 for the 4-day Saturday seminar workshops. You can also download the flyer and the registration form from our website, or for details or changes of schedule and other suggestions, you can email upnismed@yahoo.com. Again, in behalf of the UP NISMED webinar team for science, we would like to thank everyone who have attended today's webinar for the sharing. Please remember that while some of our friends have not been able to join us for some reasons, the sharings are very rich in the discussion thread in Kasama Teachers. So I really would like to invite you to log in to Kasama Teachers and see the interactions, the sharings that's happening in there. Also see some pictures that our members have posted about what their students are doing while performing the different activities, and also some of their reflections, some of the tips that they share in order to make teaching the specific modules or activities a lot easier for other teachers. So we would like to encourage more of this type of sharing happening in the community. Hindi lang po ito yung pagkakataon, no, to do that. I'm sure there will be another of this kind, and at that time we hope that more teachers will be coming in. Maybe at the end of the third quarter we will have another one like this, sharing of experiences and also resources among our community members. So once again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us in this webinar this afternoon. Have a great weekend po, and sana po ay hindi sasama ang panahon wherever you are. Again, thank you very much. Mabuhay po ang mga science teachers.